Hey guys, go to hardafseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. Got a old friend back in the studio here. You're like an old pocket pussy.
Yeah.
That's come back to life, dude.
Broken in. I've been cleaned out.
You've been washed.
I've been washed. I've been left on the dish rack to dry.
Yeah.
And I'm still usable.
Do you use a separate dish rack for that, or just?
Well, no, I have my what is it? A fleshlight?
Yeah.
I have Eva Lovia's vagina.
Oh,
We know her.
Yeah.
Well, she's actually on the show in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
Swear to God.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Big fan?
Yeah. So's my dick. I've heard
Yeah.
molding.
Yeah.
I mean, those things feel just like the real thing.
You know
Yeah.
You know who the owner of that company is, right?
No, I don't know.
Aubrey Marcus's dad.
Aubrey Marcus's dad
Started
invented the
that,
fleshlight.
Who's Andre Marcus?
He's
Aaron Rodgers' sensei.
Well,
Yeah.
he's not only Aaron Rodgers' sensei and shaman, shaman Bob, but he was also the owner of Onnits with Mr. Rogan.
Oh, all right.
Your buddy.
Yeah.
Your bunny.
That's right.
And for the audio listeners, it's Yannis Pappas is on the show again today, a.k.a. the better-looking John Stamos, the younger.
The blind-looking John Stamos.
Yeah.
John Stamos. And
AKA Mr. Panos.
Mr.
Exactly.
Panos. Yeah.
He's a Greek man from
He's
Greece.
a Greek character, I do.
I love it on Instagram. Huge fan of your show, obviously. But I know you really want to talk about how pro-Palestine you are today.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I've showed up here, is I feel like, you guys are allies. We all talk to Hamas on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to be in person and be like, hey, the plan's going good. Did it? I mean, pretty surprising. It worked out.
Yeah.
It was my suggestion. I was like, hey, guys, coordinated attack, different modes of attack.
Yeah.
We call it a complex attack in the military.
Complex attack. Well, with your military background, I think you've been a real help to Hamas.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people think so.
I'm not getting paid or anything.
Yeah.
It's just I do it for the love of the game.
They mentioned that too. Yeah, it's really like a pro bono for you.
Yeah.
It's really like for
I might
society.
end up getting some tax credits down the road. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna give you Israeli citizenship. They told me.
Oh, shit.
I hope so.
Well, no, I'm sorry, Palestinians.
Palestinians,
Sorry.
yeah.
I got my sides confused.
Well,
You
it's
sure
easy to these days.
they look alike, a lot of them.
I know. Same towel, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, man, it all looks like the Bellagio at the pool.
Well,
where
the
it's like,
difference
hey,
is
here you go.
the Palestinians wrap it around their head and the Jews wear it over their shoulders. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
I
it's like a
didn't know.
shawl for the Jews.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But I wanted to ask you about this because as a comedian right now during all this fucking shit,
You want to address the camel in the room, I suppose.
I sure do.
Yeah.
I sure do. And Chappelle the other night decided to go hard on it.
Yeah.
And there was rumors that people walked out, the audience booed, somebody yelled "fuck you" to him. How do you even fit this in comedy when it's just such a divided issue right now?
It's interesting. I was just at the mothership at Joe's Club all weekend, and I mentioned it a few times.
How did it go?
It was oohs and ahs, even in Texas. It was oohs and ahs.
No shit.
Yeah,
You
and
say even in Texas, what do you mean by that?
I just felt like Texas would be more like free speech, let them fly.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's Austin.
Yeah, it is Austin. You're right. You have to change your voice when you
Sure
say
do.
Austin. Yeah, it is Austin. Yeah, it ain't Odessa, Texas.
When you come out here, hey man, I love it, man. You can say the N-word 17 times. I don't give a fuck out here, bro.
Hey man, come on. That's the Thanksgiving word of the day.
Sure is.
Come over to my house. We got an AOC pinata after Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah.
Pass the cranberry and the N-word. It goes hand in hand at Thanksgiving. Like,
Yeah.
it's great. But so people gave you some shit, huh?
A little bit, yeah. I at one point it was just sort of a riff. I remember I was just sort of like, I I said something like Jews in the crowd or whatever. And it's like it was kind of selling. I was like, yeah, they'll probably be ordering in for a couple of weeks. They're laying low for a little bit. Be like, yeah,
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats is just every name is like Finkelstein, Steinberg. Let's just lay low for a little bit. It's a little hot. It's a little hot in these streets. And the crowd definitely gave a big ooh, and that is great. That is a great thing about Joe's Club. First of all, it's like it's designed perfectly, but then everyone's phone is gone. So it is a good feeling to know.
And nobody can. It's because it's all in Yonders, right?
They
so
put them in those things,
yeah.
and so it's like that is like I hope every club eventually does that. Because it just gives comedians security to be like, this is happening tonight. I'm trying to make you laugh. Like, if it doesn't go good, don't freaking tape it or transcribe it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just I'm trying to make you laugh.
Imagine if Yonder existed during Michael Richards' stand-up in L.A.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Because all we have is like bad footage from the very back of that room.
But that's all you needed.
Yeah.
And that was it. It ended a career at that. I mean.
Yeah, his N-word opera. Negro, Negro, Negro.
He didn't stop that night.
By the way, speaking of Chappelle, that is the best joke about Michael Richards. Chappelle goes, that's the night I found out I was 20% black, 80% comedian. Because he's like, yeah, man, that's messed up what he said, but don't let him get to you, Kramer. You're having a rough set. Crowd's rough, man. Hang in there.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And he certainly didn't give a fuck the other night. So I guess an audience member screamed out, fuck you. And he stopped the show and he goes, no, fuck you. And he goes, you paid X amount of dollars to come and see me, motherfucker, not vice versa. So you can shut the fuck up or get out of here.
Yeah.
And the place erupted, and only, I guess, a handful of people walked out. But what do you expect going into a comedy show at this point? And, we're on the verge of World War III.
Yeah.
Your jokes crushed, in my opinion. I saw you address it on your Instagram. What do you fucking do right now?
Yeah, I mean, you just you got to talk about it a little bit, and yeah, if you go to a comedy show, there's got to be a social contract you kind of sign. They should ask you at the door, be like, "You are an adult, right? Like you're an adult, you're not a child, so you're going to see, you know who you're going to see, right? So it's like you're signing a social contract. Like you have to you're not going to maybe." Like everything that you hear the comedian. That's part of what stand-up comedy is. It's a tightrope walk. The reason why people laugh is because it could go wrong. It's like you go like, oh, that's messed up what he's saying, and then you release the air out of the balloon with a punchline, and not everyone's gonna like it. It's subjective. You can't call it's so subjective. You can't call someone the greatest comedian living because some people don't like them. It's like it's a subjective thing, and people have just become children. It's like you know what you signed up for. You bought tickets. Well, it's stand-up comedy.
If you laughed at all the offensive shit up until the point that you personally were offended, then you're a cunt.
Yeah.
That's what they do, by the way.
The end.
Oh, that's
That's usually the modus operandi.
Stupid,
yeah.
Because if you can't laugh at all of it, you can't pick and choose of like, well, this is the joke that I like, but I won't like the other jokes because that's too serious. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
You know who you went to see tonight. Now if you showed up and it was, somebody writes down, if it was Jeff Dunham with the puppets, dude, doing Palestinian
he's got a little
jokes
Palestinian puppet and Bibi Netanyahu on this side.
He's got the terrorist puppet.
Yeah.
And then he was doing that, then you could be shocked.
I would get Jeff Dunham tickets if he got a Netanyahu puppet and he had a Hamas puppet. I mean,
that would be
Jeff,
so good.
Someone get the word out.
What about?
I'm not kidding. Hang on, Bob. Pull this up. He has a terrorist puppet.
Yeah, no,
he definitely does.
He's had the terrorist for a while. Now you need a Netanyahu one and let him go. That'd be the greatest comedy show of all time.
What about Carrot Top? He reaches into his little box and it's a fucking set of the Twin Towers and an airplane. Maybe don't do it in New York, but
but everywhere else it would kill
Everywhere in
him.
Vegas, you're fine. You can't do Mandalay Bay. He can't bring out a Mandalay Bay in Vegas, but everywhere else, is that the terrorist puppet right there?
It's Ahmed, right? Ahmed the terrorist.
Ahmed the terrorist, or something like that. I'm not sure if is that the one, Bob?
That's the Halloween.
That's him.
Halloween
Is that
version.
him?
No,
Oh, shit.
he's always a skeleton.
He's always a skeleton.
Because he's dead. He's like a suicide bomber.
Oh, that's
Where are
right.
the virgins?
Yeah, we're the 73 virgins.
I think he does a joke about Virgils instead of virgins, and it's just a bunch of rednecks he's got to fuck for the rest of his life. I'm pretty sure that's Jeff Dunham.
It is. I can tell you're well versed in the Dunham verse.
God, who doesn't love Dunham, dude? I could strangle bake to Dunham every day. Like, there was a period on Comedy Central where they were just showing it for
He was on
23 hours out of the day.
It was like the Impractical Jokers are on.
Oh yeah,
True
dude.
TV. Yeah, it was
or
on
Ridiculousness on MTV.
all time.
Over and over again.
That 72 versions thing is really funny because it's like they're virgins in heaven. Like, what are they going to have kids? Like, they haven't, like, you can reproduce in heaven?
No, you can't.
Yeah. So
you
it's
can't.
like, what does that mean there's 72 virgins?
I think they kill them after that. So you have sex with all of them, and then they're
kill
not
'em.
virgins anymore.
Yeah.
So what, you
bring in a new crop.
You get to fuck 72 times your whole life?
I wonder
your
how
whole
that works
afterlife?
out.
Yeah.
Because do you save some?
Can
you
someone
know?
get Muhammad on the phone? We got some
Yeah.
questions.
I would
Yeah.
love to.
Because I'll sign up. Dude, I mean, the amenities are not bad. Women can't talk. You keep
Yeah,
them off
no,
the
yeah,
road.
dude, yeah.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
those are certain things,
No voting?
Yeah, can't
But-
be outside without a guy. I mean, my
on the-
wife, I kind of sometimes wish you would quiet it down.
On the other end, he was illiterate and married a 7-year-old.
Yeah, well,
right? So that's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
That's a problem.
I think the relationship started at 6.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, but it
We're not
was
talking about Dane Cook here.
Yeah.
Relax. Did you do the math on that fucking tweet? What the fuck? Like, hey, bud, I think you just admitted to a felony.
Did you call Dane Cook Muhammad? Is that what
I'm not saying that. He said it just now in front of
Well,
everybody.
his girlfriend was like 7 years older than 9. Yeah, I think Muhammad, they got married at 9, but I think
Okay.
the relationship started at 6. So they had, they got to know each other first. So they
that's
dated
true.
a little while. Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
dating. They played board games.
Yeah. It's great. It's great that there are outlets of entertainment like this where you could say something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
dude.
can, I mean, that is.
Dane Cook was throwing game nights at his house, right?
Yeah. But those jokes
Oh,
do make me worried
I'm
about
sorry.
my life.
Was he was doing what?
Game night. Yeah, there was a whole game night over there.
Was
They
it
would do
like
Pictionary,
Uno? Oh my god. dude.
karaoke.
Well, that people do that.
Yeah.
Stuff kids like.
Yeah, people do
Yeah,
that.
stuff that kids like. I mean, they love.
He was playing
Pictionary
Chutes and Ladders.
karaoke. Yes.
They got they have a Disney night there where they watch Encanto.
We don't care about Bruno. Yeah, they were just fucking. Oh boy.
Yeah.
But he's out there and he's still doing it. He put the picture in People magazine. I just avoid it altogether. Just don't talk about it and kind of keep it in the background real quiet, you know?
Yeah, Hollywood's one of those things where getting older really freaks people out because it's. I mean, you were in Hollywood,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's people don't age well there.
No.
Because it's a industry fueled on narcissism. So
Mm-hmm.
as you age, that's your career. It starts going down.
Right, and what I've always told people is you have to treat it like Vegas. If you got a lot of money, just pull it off the table and then leave.
I love that.
And then hope for the best, right? Yes, you could miss that dream project or whatever it is, but it could also just come crashing down and burning around you, and then you have nothing.
Yeah.
And I've seen both sides of it where I've seen friends just go poor, dark, drugs, everything else. And then I've seen others who are like, you know what? I've had a great life. AJ Buckley. Got out of there, got a family in Charleston, Clayton Crawford. Great, I got a farm in Alabama or whatever it is. But it's 50-50, and you got to know when to get the fuck out.
Well, the
Yeah.
good news for all the fucking losers is society's about to crumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all that effort you put in and all the effort they didn't put in, in the end, it's going to be the same, bud. Like
Probably.
We have cognitive dissonance though, right? Because you have kids.
Yeah, I got kids.
I'm totally cognitive. I used to be like doom and gloom. I'm like, hey man, it's all going to shit. Then you have kids, and you're like, we got to figure out a way to make this work. Like I've become like a optimist. I'm hoping it works out. So,
Well, I don't know if-
I'm an optimist.
Yeah.
I don't see that this version of society collapsing is a bad thing. This version of society is set up for oligarchs to extract wealth from the population, right?
Yeah.
It's so fuck that.
Yeah.
I would rather fucking plant my own shit.
Yeah, it's got to change eventually. The problem that I find as a dad is I'll try to, if I'm watching the news, like last night, it's a perfect example. They wanted to go see the Taylor Swift movie. It took them to that.
they're Swifties.
Not just every kid is,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Is
Yeah.
like she's the biggest thing on the planet, whether or not we want to admit it or not. And we were all there. We all paid the fucking $20. It was packed. People were dancing the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this last night, and I'm like, oh my god, we're watching somebody at the zenith of their career, and it's the highest she'll ever be. And I understand all of it, the happiness, the joy. And you don't want to ruin that for your kids. So I don't walk out of there saying fuck Taylor Swift or anything else. And, every time she's looking at people doing the smiley face and the hearts, I was like, oh, man, it's in it. She brings up a little black girl during the middle of the show and gives her a hat, Yeah. And I'm looking at this little black girl, and I'm like, I know her. I know this little 6-year-old black. It's Kobe Bryant's daughter.
Oh, wow.
So even the hat was going to Kobe's daughter in L.A., and you're like, oh, my God, Taylor Swift really is. Can't tell my kids any negative shit, Yeah. Same with the news. Go home that night, David Muir's on, and he's going through his whole bullshit on ABC. I'm like, we got to fucking change this, dude. I can't let them watch 80 babies with, blood all over their faces and Hamas victims and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I do that versus if they ask me real shit, I'll answer it.
Yeah.
And do you do the same with your kids?
No,
or do you let them watch all the bad shit in the world?
No. Yeah, I did. It's all Disney in my house, and we keep it away. The Taylor Swift thing is very funny, though, because it's like, it's such a shift back. Like it was, just in Hollywood and everything was about diversity and everything. And then Taylor Swift is just like, I think people were just like, all right, we've had enough of the names we can't pronounce and all the.
Time to get a good old-fashioned honky in there again.
What's going on in the white suburbs? What's going on with a Pennsylvania girl drinking a root beer?
Yeah.
Sitting at a Norman Rockwell counter.
Do you think that
it's so 1950s? Taylor Swift, the blonde girl.
It felt nice.
Yeah, she's got breakup issues. Like, this guy broke my heart. We're not sharing a soda anymore.
Do you think it benefits her that she's not hot?
Oh,
not
stop!
hot?
Stop! So we have this ongoing.
She's a
thing on the show.
fucking surfboard.
He thinks she's a 6. I think she's a 10.
Oh, dude, she's a 10.
Yes.
Dude. Oh,
yes.
God.
Yes.
I think we could save. I think that's the secret to world peace is in her nectar.
So do I.
We got to extract her vagina juice.
Oh, the vagina.
Can I say that on this show?
Sure
Yeah,
can.
you could say.
Yeah.
Have you heard the first 10 minutes of it? You can say
Fuck
whatever
the
you
gold
want.
standard.
There's
We
a
need to
3D
milk
printed
her.
Dickosaurus right in front of you. That should be a
Cockosaurus
sign that you
Rex.
can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, people say go
Rex.
back on the gold standard. I say nothing's more valuable than Taylor Swift's nectar. We have to squeeze it.
I agree.
Bottle it.
I agree.
And that backs up the.
Well, it didn't work with Gwyneth Paltrow, though. She sold those candles and the world just got
but
worse.
We have one.
Yeah, it's
we
right
have
here.
a vagina candle.
Of
Hey, Joel,
hers?
if you could light it, dude, if he's back there,
Please.
light the Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle for Giannis, and
It
we'll
helps
put it
me.
up on
It helps.
set.
It calms me. It meditates me.
It smells amazing, by the way.
Oh, whose vagina is it?
It's hers.
Oh, it is hers.
It's her pussy.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
it's on
God.
the other desk over there. If we can grab it, Joel, bring that lighter up here for Giannis.
Now, how
and
does
we'll
she-
light. There it is. Dan just grabbed it.
How
He's
did
got
she make it?
Taylor Swift's vagina. I'm not Taylor Swift's vagina.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah. It smells amazing. Smell that thing.
That does smell amazing.
I know.
Now, how does she make it? Does she just get a yeast infection and let it ferment, or
Yeah.
like?
No, I think she. So here's where I went with this. Okay,
This
it
smell
can't
is
be
like
right
my
out of the
vagina.
shower. Vagina, that's too clean.
Yeah.
Nothing there. You're not going to get any fun stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but you don't want after a hike either.
Right. So I think there's a happy medium where she had coffee.
Yeah.
Maybe watched 3 hours of the Today Show with Hoda and those guys.
You don't
And
think
it
she
was
watches The
right
View?
then? And then they brought the people in. They're like, "Great, your vagina's moist."
If you're trying to get your vag to blossom and bloom a little bit that morning, I think you watch The View, though, right?
No. I think you go safe. I think you go Hoda and who's the Bush? The Bush
Jenna.
daughter, Jenna. Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that
Jenna Hager-Bush.
that fucking mongoloid was on TV.
She's beloved now. She's a book
great.
club and everything else. You keep smelling the vagina.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, my
Gwyneth
nice.
Paltrow's vagina. I mean, that is a very nice smell.
Very nice
Yeah.
vagina, isn't it?
Yeah,
and,
I don't.
and it's exactly what you hope for. So I was
Yeah.
with my wife and we lit it for the first time. I go, "Oh my god, that's exactly what I."
It's like, hey,
thought her
could you
vagina would
do
smell
this
like.
with yours,
Yeah.
please?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, this is a nice vagina."
Yeah, I don't buy that's 100% vagina though.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit paraffin. There's wax in there, too.
Yeah. there's-
A
She didn't,
tiny
like,
bit.
cut pieces off.
Yeah,
That's
that-
not just her secretions.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, it smells like a. It smells like an Abercrombie. It smells like an anthropology store.
It sure is.
Yeah,
and that's what
Look
I.
at her. She's a human anthropology
Yeah,
store.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
pop up a picture of Gwyneth Paltrow or Goop. Just go to Goop.
No, she actually just did a photo shoot. I'll pull it up.
Oh, did she really?
For some magazine, but yeah.
God damn it.
It is a great example of Hollywood, though. She got a little older. She was a movie star, and now she's making candles out of her vagina.
And I think, by the way, so we were talking about this earlier.
Is that a success story? I
Yes,
don't know.
it is. And
It is.
It's like, hey, you fucking poor bitches, smell my pussy.
Here's what turned for Gwyneth Paltrow, because I hated her forever.
Yeah.
And here's what turned. She did the Goop thing. Everybody came on online. They were like, this is too expensive. Fuck you. Nobody can afford this. Fuck you. Fuck you. And then she goes, you know what? I didn't make this fucking website for you poors. I made it for rich people. So deal with it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it switched for me, and I was all in. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Well, shit. That's all I needed to hear. This is for rich people. Great.
Yeah.
Let's start buying this shit.
Yeah.
Got a candle shipped to me. I'll smell your pussy now. If you're not gonna lie to me, I'll smell your pussy for $100.
Yeah. She's like, keep the pores away from me. I want to sell candles to other rich people.
Yeah, and you hold up that candle.
Yeah.
See how small that is? It was $100, dude.
Yeah.
But who gives a shit?
This was $100.
That's her fucking pussy.
She's so rich that she didn't know she was in Spider-Man.
Yeah. Do you know that story?
No.
So rich, she forgot she starred in a Spider-Man. Somebody had to tell her.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's awesome.
Wait, now that could just be early onset as well.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, she could be showing signs of dementia.
You never know.
Yeah.
What's this pick, Bob? What do we got here?
This is from her latest interview in Bustle about like aging and blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
So she did
Also,
a-
pills. She could be on pills. Hollywood loves pills.
Oh,
Wait,
we all
do you-
love pills.
do you not love
Do you
pills?
love
Yeah.
pills? Where do you go?
I meditate. I cry. I deal with the anxiety. Once in a while, I have a drink, but I'm not a crazy substance guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What about DMT?
I haven't tried it.
Would you like to?
No, not today. No.
Dan's
I
got some
things
on
to
him.
do. Yeah.
Not on me. I've
was
got a
smoking
rifle
right
on me
before you got
on.
and a
That sounds
handgun.
good.
There's a shotgun in that guitar
There's
case,
also a shotgun
too.
back there.
If
yeah,
you
sure,
need
yeah.
it. If Hamas comes in.
That's an emergency shotgun.
Yeah.
If Hamas comes in.
It's in a violin case.
The
it looks like.
the
That's right,
instructions are while we get riddled with bullets, you get the shotgun out.
Correct. And then we
start
take
No,
care
I've
of it.
got.
Yeah,
you're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be
dude.
fine, dude.
I mean,
Like-
we're downrange.
yeah, exactly. But you saw
Well,
how
that's your
quick
fault
that
for
is.
sitting with your back to the door. Nobody fucking forced you guys to put the desk
I
right there.
didn't put it like this.
Yeah, you did, motherfucker. Who put it there then?
Just please stand up and take fire so we can set up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you guys are there.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. But you notice how quick that was, and nobody's even entered the building.
Yeah.
It's only going to get faster.
Yeah. No, he knows his what he's doing with it.
Well, you know, the problem is that the average response time for a cop is about 8 minutes, and for me, it's less than a second. You know what I mean? So I feel like that math works out.
Yeah. No, I got a gun. I when I moved to the country, I got a gun. I have a gun now because a lot
Now
of
that you're
people-
not in fucking New York City, that
not
bullshit.
New York City, and you realize that like when you live in the country, a lot of people don't know outside of like the suburbs and the big cities,
Mm-hmm.
the cops close at 2 p.m. You become cops at 2:01 p.m.
Yeah.
after they close. Otherwise, you got to call some state trooper who has no idea where your town is.
Yeah.
He's like map questing it. You're on the phone with him, explaining it to him, while some guy's breaking into your house. So you need a gun.
Yeah, you're
And animals.
it's like Tombstone.
Yeah, and animals are not fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
They murder every night.
Yes, sure
I hear
do.
first-degree coyote murder every night. There's no cops. There's no coyote cops.
You got a rifle?
I got a rifle. 22.
Nice. That'll do
For a
it.
guy like, it's like a little PB gun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that
But I
22
can
would kill a
take someone
coyote,
out,
yeah.
What animals do you have out there?
We got coyotes, we got bears, we got Democrats. No, I'm just, I did that for the fan base.
Yeah. By the way, do not try to shoot a bear with a 22.
I know.
You may as well
Piss
go
him
up and
off.
try to fucking slap him.
Yeah.
You're going to get murdered by
But
the
here's
bear.
the deal. People always say, like, the bear's more scared of me than I'm scared of. That's not true, right?
It is.
The bear's scared of me?
Yeah, but so is a dog with his back to the wall. He's still going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Right.
they're fighting for their life, and you don't feel that way. Like you
Right.
see an animal, like me I'm like a white woman with animals. I see an animal, I'm like, that's the cutest shit I've ever seen in my
He
life.
loves animals.
I fucking love that thing. And it's like, that will kill you. So,
Right.
but I'm not dumb. I'm not trying to pet a fucking moose in the wild like those assholes up in Yellowstone every year.
Yeah,
Those Asian people in Yellowstone, like, oh, moose.
Yeah.
And then it fucking gores them to death. Like,
It's
what
the
were you
bison.
What
Yeah.
were you thinking, dude? Oh, yeah, they always try to pet bison. Like, they
Bison.
do not look friendly at all.
No. And they end up goring those motherfuckers, dude. And it's the greatest videos of
I
all
love
time.
it. Any kind of natural selection that still happens. We've interrupted natural selection far too much as a society. Western civilization, far too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're a little Arab kid and you start putting your finger in the light socket, they're like, well, little Jamal's not going to make it.
Yeah.
We got to have a couple more kids to make up for him. They just let him die. And good
Yeah.
for them, right?
Exactly. Good for them is what I say. Now, I know you're bros with John Stamos.
Yeah.
You guys are homies in real life.
We're homies.
Yeah,
he
how much
dropped
toddler-
a crazy story today.
Well, how much toddler blood is he on?
I've been to the house and I've seen the taps. I mean, he's got a bar. I mean, he's got a full bar in the basement.
It's like Mr. Deeds with the water fountains that had Hawaiian punch in them. He's just got
the
toddler
babies are
blood
just
coming out of
there.
there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like a bar. I mean, he's got taps. You just pull. He's got different flavors like Thai boy. He's got mixed kids.
Oh, shit.
It's really nice. He's got trans kids. Let me tell you, trans blood is great.
What's that doing to you?
is it?
trans blood?
Yeah.
It's invigorating.
Is it
Yeah,
really?
it
You're
makes
getting
you more-
testosterone and estrogen
You
out
get
of that one.
testosterone and estrogen. It's a spiritual experience. It's like DMT. I mean, if you haven't tried trans kid,
It's like turmeric and ginger at the same time. It's nice.
And then they got the scared kids, the one they frightened, that they just
yeah.
frightened. They keep them in the basement, and that's where the adrenochrome.
Yeah.
That's the tough. That's like heavy alcohol.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's like absinthe.
You got to hear that skull crack.
Yeah.
for
Well,
that
they scare
shit.
them. They keep them in the basement. They scare them, and they keep them hooked up, and then it just constantly flows.
How are they scaring him? You would think the kid would adapt after a while. And
Yeah,
not
they
be
show him
scared.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh
shows up,
shit! Well, that doesn't wear
shows her
off.
face.
That doesn't
Madonna
wear off,
shows
yeah.
up. She does an Instagram video, and the
With her
kids freak
flappy
out.
arms?
Yeah, she's like flapping arms, and you
I'd
know.
still do it with Madonna.
You would?
I know it's crazy
For the
to
story,
say.
maybe.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
But
to
I would have
say.
fucked Margaret Thatcher before she died too, just for the story.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
The Iron Lady, come
or
on,
Queen
man.
Elizabeth. Right before what, dude? At 99?
For sure.
I mean, just to get like the last person in, it was like, man, she had the longest rule in reign in royal history.
Yeah, but she didn't like
Let's
earn
blast
her
a load
spot.
in her.
Everybody else earned their position. She didn't earn shit.
That's true.
Her uncle abdicated, so she got the fucking spot.
Yeah, she was just left over. But I want to talk to you about this
Quick thing, though.
Stamos story.
Just quick thing before
Sure.
the Stamos story. I had a show at Fusion once, and we had the Prince of Spain come in, and my co-host at the time, Mariana Atencio, I told her, I said, ask him. It was like a big moment at our network, and she did it. I was like, ask him what advice he would give to young kids if they wanted to grow up to be Prince. And she asked him it, and it was a really funny moment. It was like, because I wanted to like take the piss out of the whole royal stupid thing, you know? And yeah, he was uncomfortable, and it was fun. It was a fun moment where he's like, it's not really,
Yeah.
It caught him completely off guard.
So he was in a position where he had to explain how completely useless he was.
Yeah, he had to explain
And how he was just born into it. He did nothing.
He has no accomplishments. He's got no
Nothing.
skills. He's just this stupid old system that America broke free from. Thank God.
You were just born into it.
Well, sort of. We broke free from it.
Sort of, yeah.
We got the Bushes. We got the Clintons.
We do have oligarchs.
Yeah, and they're back.
Yeah.
They're back. But your buddy Stamos here this morning said that he caught Tony Danza fucking his girlfriend. And that's a weird one for me because both of them at that time in the 80s, just the peak of their powers there.
Yeah.
I don't mind switching over to Danza is into the fisticuffs. He was a boxer.
He was a boxer.
So you want a little bit more man in you than Stamos, so I kind of get it there.
I don't know. Stamos was in that one World War II movie where he was riding motorcycles around. That was pretty manly.
What was it?
I don't remember the name of it, but it was really good.
What movie was that?
I don't
let me look it up.
remember.
Was that Fuller House?
But Danza.
Oh, did I ever tell you my idea for a prequel to Full House?
No.
Oh, it's
my
great.
God, dude. So
good.
You know how Saget's character, Bob Saget's character, I don't know why I needed to say his first name because
Yeah.
he's the only person I've ever known with that last name.
Saget.
How he's like super tidy and OCD and shit.
Yeah.
I always thought that he was a fucking serial killer.
Right.
In my head, that's how it always seemed. So I wanted to do like a 5-part prequel series where it's him and he's serial killing the fuck out of people, and then his wife finds out about it and he serial kills her somewhere towards the end. And then as soon as like they're at the funeral, he looks up into the camera and yeah. How fucking cool would that be?
I would like to make a show of you pitching that show.
Yeah.
But that's why they're all there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
I like it.
the wife
Yeah.
is dead.
Yeah.
He's forced to raise these kids on her own,
Yeah.
but he murdered the
Yeah.
fucking wife, dude.
I love
and
it.
So the serial killing continues, but then he keeps this normal family around him who's kind of goofy and lighthearted to throw everybody off the trail. And Saget's he's a serial killer, dude, the entire time, dude.
That seems like the real story that would explain Full House.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so, too.
I really do.
The mom just kind of, she died. Cool. How did she die?
Yeah.
She was fucking murked.
I love it.
So do I.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm a gigantic
Yeah, I wish I
fan
could
of it.
make it.
That
yeah.
movie was called Born to Ride, by the way. And there was some group of like fucking motorcycle enthusiasts in World War II who I remember like one of the last scenes of the movie, he does a little jump and drops a grenade into a fucking tube to blow up some bunker or some shit. It's like, dude, you can't do that.
Yeah.
The hell are you doing?
You must see that all the time in movies, just like inaccuracies, like military tactics gone wrong.
It's getting better because there's so many GWAT vets out there doing consulting on TV and film now, but they still fuck it up sometimes. Like this latest one, The Covenant by Guy Ritchie, it's the worst one I've seen since The Hurt Locker. It's fucking retarded.
So the Hurt Locker was off too.
That is,
It
by the
is-
way, that is their number one for anybody in the military. That is the worst military movie ever made.
And why is that?
Because it's fucking stupid, man. one, like, the guy is EOD, right? He fucking does bomb disposal. Like, cool, that's a job, I guess. I mean, certainly I don't want to do it. But they don't go out on midnight raids by themselves with a fucking 9mm. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the whole premise of the show is fucking retarded. And then some general showing up like, you got how many confirmed, blah, blah, blah. And that stuff never happens, man. It's just fucking gay. It's super gay is the problem.
It's gay, yeah. It's gay. My dad was a Korean War vet, and I took him to see, when I was little, and I didn't know, I took him to see Hamburger Hill. Do you remember the Vietnam movie?
Shit,
Hamburger
that's a
Hill?
great movie.
And my dad lost it. He
Really?
lost it. Fucking started cursing at me, left the theater.
What specifically about it?
Everybody's hip firing fucking Browning automatic rifles and shit. Like,
Well,
that's not how you
he
shoot.
just hated the war movie. Like, my dad was just like, why did you take me to this? He kind of lost it, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, he kind of lost it that way. And then the drive home, he was yelling at me and my friend.
Was your friend Korean?
No,
Did you bring
that
a Korean
would've
with
been
you to do it? And he's just like fucking beating your
Chinese.
friend's ass in the parking lot after.
My friend was crying. He yelled at us, and then he's silent, and then he just turns around and goes, you guys want to get some pizza? And we were just sitting there with our hair blown back, like,
Yeah, I'll get some pizza.
So you got an opportunity to see what Dad was all about, though.
Yeah.
To be honest, like
Yeah.
that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, he never talked. He never liked to talk about it. You know, he saw combat for like a year. He was in Korea. And
Yeah, that was a rough one.
yeah.
That was a forgotten war too. Nobody fucking talks about that shit.
No, nobody talks about that. I feel the same way when I went to see that remember that Kevin Bacon, Sean Penn movie?
Footloose?
No.
I felt the same way.
No, it's the other. That's the other. That's
Thin Red Line?
That's the dead one. That's Chris Penn.
Be funny if
Chris
he
Penn.
watches Footloose and has flashbacks. Like,
It's not how it happened.
PTSD, Footloose.
I'm talking about the child rape one.
Oh, yeah. What's that called?
Where the kid just turns around in the car and the car's going away with the dudes in the back of it. And you're
Always
just like,
happens
oh,
in
shit.
Boston.
Oh,
Yes,
fucking-
the something.
Bob, do you remember? Is it called
Not Inside.
It's River.
the
something
river? It's something
River runs
right?
through it.
No, that's the one I wanted to fuck Brad Pitt in.
Brad Pitt.
Yep.
And Keanu,
Is,
right?
is that my daughter in there? Mystic River.
Mystic River.
Is that my
that's it.
fucking daughter in there? Is that my fucking daughter in there?
Wait, is Mystic River not the retard one?
No, that's I Am Sam. No. Yeah.
Oh shit.
It gets confusing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sean Penn's just done so much.
And he's done a lot for this country. I mean, you know, why is he not in the Middle East right now? I mean, he's the
think
only
he's there.
guy.
Well, he was instrumental in catching Chapo.
Yeah,
you know.
Chapo.
How did he not get killed for Chapo?
I don't know.
That's like literally that meeting, that photo is how they traced him back, got Chapo, they got his fucking kid over here.
Yeah.
They've been in jail for 7 years now.
Yeah.
7 years Chapo's been in prison, and Sean Penn's still walking the streets.
Yeah.
He just dropped a doc on Ukraine about 2 weeks ago on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
He was there. Remember, he was there for opening night of
the fire.
Magically.
storm. Yeah.
It's almost like somebody called him and said,
What is
hey.
up with that? And then
Don't know.
he also was in Venezuela. Remember, didn't he?
Sure was.
Yeah.
For
Well,
Hugo.
when you're doing propaganda, you need a good PR guy, right?
You need a good PR guy. Or maybe they're sending him in to like secretly kill because they caught El Chapo and then what's his name died of like a brain tumor or something like immediately after that in Venezuela.
Yep.
So maybe Sean, maybe he's doing it.
You think he's an FBI informant?
He's Chuck.
Could be.
He's Chuck Barris.
He could be.
Could
dude.
be.
He's
What
Chuck
if he
Barris.
is?
Yeah, he slipped something in his tea or whatever it was. I mean, that guy did not die of a natural heart attack.
Peter Thiel just got announced that he was an FBI informant the other day, and I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding?
Why would you trust anybody ever?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come
Yeah,
on,
but
man.
Sean Penn, like, what if he is that dude for us, and then we just find out years later, and then there's statues up everywhere and all that other shit?
Then I'll
you know?
still hate him because why the fuck are we doing any of that shit? Well, how about we mind our goddamn business for once in the history of this fucking country? Mind our fucking business.
It might be just about the story. You know, we just need a Sean Penn out there
You
just to
need Sean
fucking.
Penn. We need Sean Penn on that wall.
Yeah, we sure
Yeah.
do. Anybody who could duct tape up Madonna and just beat the shit out of her for hours on end.
That's the only thing I like about him.
Did he do that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, with a fucking extension cord.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Old school. Like he did it old
Yeah.
school.
Burned her with cigarettes, hit her with an extension cord.
Yeah.
Gave her a concussion.
Mean Irish drunk.
But think about all the hits she had after that.
Yeah.
Same with Tina Turner.
Yeah, a hit for every hit he gave her.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, who's to say that's not the way?
I mean, it worked on Michael Jackson, too, just in childhood.
Yeah,
But it
just-
fucked him up too much, you understand?
Yeah.
You have to wait until, like, they're a little bit older to start fucking them up.
Yeah, you're right.
I think, right? Let
Probably.
them develop a little bit more.
They should have just kept feeding him though kid tokens though. you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
to keep because that's like what was his fuel.
Yeah.
was kids.
When
So
you
feed
hear-
make that music, if it takes kids, sacrifice a few.
But when you hear it though, when you hear Jackson, what's your feeling when you hear Michael Jackson on the radio?
I forgive everything he did.
Really?
Yeah, when Billie Jean comes on, I go, I
Billie
forgive
Jean's
you.
a good song,
Yeah,
man.
Billie Jean's a good song.
It's really good. That one's one though where you got kids and you're like, man, did you watch the doc on HBO?
I probably did.
It was so graphic.
I mean, I know he did it.
But
yeah.
no, but it's the description that every kid had of grabbing the fucking post at the end of the bed and then just having their asshole licked while he was jacking off, and it was just like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a documentary that gets that graphic?
Oh,
Yeah, it's on Hulu, right?
And so the courts about a week ago, it was Wade Robson. Remember the backup dancer who used to fuck Britney Spears and all that?
Yeah.
So he was in it, and then some other kid was in it, right? Who was getting touched, and they all told the exact same stories, all these kids.
Yeah.
And then they just won in some high-powered court where they're able to sue the estate and go after money even though he's dead.
Right.
And this is landmark decision. So I don't know what's going to happen with it, but every time it comes on, I do feel a little guilty.
All right, now I
for
can't listen to
blasting
Billie
it.
Jean anymore.
No, you can.
Well, it should
You
be
can.
noted too that Rewrite really saved that song. It was originally entitled Billy's Jeans, and they had to like kind of.
It was called Little Billie's Jeans.
Yeah.
Little Billy's jeans are not.
So tight and nice.
Hey, to go back in and just, hey, Mike, we're gonna need another take on that, man. Not really feeling that.
It's so funny how so many great things are made in with such a bad fuel. You know?
Yeah.
It's like every time I hooked up with a Catholic girl when I was young, it was just better. It's almost like the repression from that religion is worth it. Like the
guilt.
I agree.
Guilt,
Yeah, I agree,
It just
yeah.
makes it hot.
Hey, iron sharpens iron, bud. Huh? Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
That's how it
yeah,
works, you know
that's
what
a
I
good
mean?
way to put it.
But who do you forgive though? Going down this list, like MJ is
I
a
can't
tough one
forgive
for me.
child stuff. I'm with the murderers in the prison.
Yeah, OJ, I'm totally fine with what.
Yeah,
We've got OJ
yeah.
shit
We've
all
got
over the
OJ
fucking
signed
street.
right behind
Yeah,
you.
dude, OJ got away. I mean,
And I
listen.
never met Nicole. She could have been a cunt.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, she could have been
knows,
fucking
man?
that dude. She could have fucked Marcus Allen. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
she definitely
Probably
fucked Marcus Allen.
fucked.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
She fucked OJ. She
I don't know
definitely fucked Marcus.
what she said to him. You
Me
know, right
neither.
before.
Maybe
yeah.
she said the N word.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she could have said the N word.
And then are liberals going to stand up for that? or
Yeah.
what?
No,
You know what I mean?
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
She could have said the N word,
and that's what set
or
him
she
off.
could have just been rude when he showed up with a knife. You know,
And gloves
and
and a
gloves.
mask.
It should have been like, "You're not allowed on this property." Like that's rude.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
actually
I paid for this.
Yeah, I own this
And
property.
isn't there like, yeah, I mean, like, come on, think about his perspective.
Yeah.
Who owned who paid for the house?
He did.
So he technically was on his property. So on Texas law, he was standing his ground.
That's right, yeah.
Sure was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he owned the property. His name's on the deed.
You know who
Yeah.
doesn't get stabbed to death is people on their own fucking property.
Sure
Yeah.
don't. Yeah.
So get the fuck out,
She
bitch.
should
Yeah.
have bought her own place. Maybe. Maybe. But I'll go back at the hits like Snoop Dogg. I'm
did he
fine
do?
with Snoop Dogg.
Calvin Broadus?
Yeah. Killed that guy at the basketball court. Murdered him, and it was a gang member sitch.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't really care about that. I'm
Gang
fine with
members
that.
killing other gang members, that's
Yeah.
none of my business.
Yeah.
So I'm all fine with
That's
that.
two dudes working shit out. That's
That's
none of my
where
business,
streets
man.
justice- it's streets justice,
As long as
yeah.
they're not like fucking killing innocent people in the
Yeah.
crossfire and shit. Like if you walk up behind somebody and pop them in the head on the street,
How about Ray Lewis?
So I was just gonna go there,
Oh,
dude.
you're going Ray Lewis?
Because I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm going there. Yes, I forgive Ray Lewis.
Give Ray Lewis too. I don't think he had anything to do with it.
I sure did.
He was like, I was there. I might have pulled the trick. I didn't have anything to do with it. And then he just threw his friends under the bus or something
Sure
like
did.
that.
what about Ray Caruth because his kid's a retard?
Well, no.
know what I mean?
No, the Caruth one I can't forgive.
What did
I
he do
can't
again?
forgive that.
He
Shot his
popped-
pregnant wife.
Yeah, oh, that's right. My bad.
Yeah, shot his
Again,
pregnant
did
about
she
that.
say the N word?
Not sure.
But
Yeah.
they were both N-words.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they were
but
both.
still institutional racism.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She could have had a higher.
She's a self-hating
yeah,
black
could have
person,
been.
Yeah.
You can still be racist
Yeah.
if I think
Could have been a Candace Owens sitch.
it could have been one of those. Yeah.
No idea on that one.
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez, I was also okay with that. I was kind of hoping he didn't get caught.
I actually felt bad for him because he was closeted gay. Like I don't care about that stuff. But you should be able to be who you are. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
he was definitely closeted gay.
Yeah,
But
that sucks.
Would that have given him the edge on the field? Doubtful. You know, you're too happy. None of the gays that have come out have been successful in pro sports.
Yeah.
Do we have one yet in the NFL?
That we know of.
That we
I don't
know
think
of,
we
right?
know of. I've heard rumors about Mike Piazza.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those rumors are out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
my-
Delco's
my
best friend.
understanding-
He's a good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Is he?
I don't think-
Okay, so is he
They
or not?
smoke cigars
No,
with
he's-
those guys.
I don't think he's gay. I think he likes to be pegged by women. That's not gay.
No,
Yeah.
we're trying something different.
There's nothing that this is my premise. You can tell me how you feel.
Plastic
about
is
this.
not a penis.
Yeah. There's nothing that a straight woman can do to a straight man that's gay. That's not what gay is.
I agree with you.
So I dated his ex-girlfriend, and she's the one. Our very first episode of the show, we were 1,600 episodes deep on this goddamn thing. It's called Pegging Explained.
Right.
And I asked about it because I dated his ex-girlfriend, and she told me, she was like, oh, yeah, I used to date Mike Piazza. I was like, how was that? She was like, well, I like to be fucking pegged every night. And I was like, what is that?
Every night's a bit much.
didn't know.
Also, in career,
Yeah, in career. Yes, it was in career. Correct.
he had to squat.
Sure did. Well, maybe that opened up his asshole, Bob. You know what I'm saying? So he was a catcher. That's
maybe-
got to help.
Perhaps
Yeah.
it was more functional.
Yeah.
Maybe. And that was just part of his stretching technique.
Maybe it's what made him a great, catcher.
It
Well,
might
he
be.
wasn't a
because
great catcher. He was a great
Actually,
hitter.
He had a terrible pop
Yeah.
time, and I'm starting to understand.
Yeah, it's because his butthole was sore.
He couldn't get up out of that stance, dude.
Have you
Throw
seen that
people out.
video of Robin Ventura making fun of him before?
No.
Bob, can you pull that up? Just watch it because it'll make everybody happier today, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, it's during a rain delay, and Robin Ventura just does a parody of him when they were both on the Mets. And
Okay.
It's really goddamn funny.
Robin Ventura, was he the one Nolan Ryan put in a headlock?
Sure was.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Same guy.
You know, I after all these years finally heard the backstory on that, and I don't blame Ventura at all now, and I understand his reticence. Like I used to be like, "What the fuck were you thinking?" One and two, if you're gonna charge Nolan, you better fucking charge him.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because Pudge Rodriguez is right behind you, and that dude's an animal too.
Yeah.
You got a 6'6" Texan, and then Pudge Rodriguez behind you.
Yeah.
So what had happened was, he was a rookie. The veterans had some issue with Nolan from a previous series, not even a previous game in that series, a previous series. Like, hey, if Nolan hits anybody today, you charge the mound, you're getting fucking fined. So
Wow.
That's what it was.
So he had to.
Yeah, internet. So.
that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Then he got his ass beat.
Well, old man strength is 2. You got retard strength at 1, obviously.
Yeah.
You're not beating that.
Nope.
Dude, I think you got Nolan Ryan strength
Yeah.
on top of retard strength.
I got to go
Because-
retard 1 and I go Nolan 2. So I go old man 2,
How was he
retard 1.
throwing 105? You saw that documentary? Where
108,
They
yeah,
they
dude.
had the clock. He was throwing at 105.
Yeah.
I mean,
some of them came in at 108.
Yeah.
108.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This is Ventura. He even drew a fucking mustache on with a grease pen or with that whatever eye black or whatever. Put that up there.
No.
So that's not even a real
fucking
mustache.
No,
way,
he just
dude.
drew it on. This is him making fun of. Man, I love this. So
Oh,
much.
that's really fucking
Look,
funny.
but watch even the batting stance and the way he runs and shit is so goddamn funny.
That's really great. Look at dirty
Look at and the
Bobby
way he calls
Valentine.
time and shit. Look at him.
Look at that, dude. Holy shit.
Oh, I love this thing.
He would have been more beloved. This is the only thing he's known for now. Oh, look at that. It's identical.
that is identical to the
That
run.
is identical Piazza there. Oh, he's even got the jersey on, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking funny, dude.
That's so funny.
All right,
Look at that.
You can,
He did that during a rain delay. It's
I
great.
sure did.
Yeah.
But it's weird how one moment like that can change your life. Like the Nolan thing, that's all I remember, too.
Yeah. It's kind of like what he's remembered for. Yeah.
That's it. And he was a great fucking player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Why is Gwyneth Paltrow's ass still on our face?
That's
Bob?
from the photo shoot.
down there.
Yeah, it's from the photo. This is what
I
her
don't
ass looks
mind
like
it.
today.
God
Yeah.
damn.
She looks great.
She never had an ass before. Are we saying this is her new ass?
White girls have asses now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They
But
squatted
that
them.
could be like, yeah, that's why I respect the ass more than the tits.
I love the.
You know what I
ass.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm not just an ass guy or anything like that. Some people like one or the other and don't care about the other. I like but the old saying is what, marry the ass by the tits.
Yep.
I think I agree with that now because the ass is either good genetics or it shows work ethic. Either one of those things are a fucking plus.
That's
It
a-
does.
Anybody can
Great
just go
point.
buy titties. You know what I mean? For $5,000 these days.
Yeah. Does your wife have a nice ass?
She's got a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She does, and she works hard for it.
Is she
Yeah.
a Greek too?
She's half Greek. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Only Greek
Yeah.
girl I ever dated.
See, mine's got a great ass, but she was a softball player her entire life, and she was a catcher. So, boom, always in squat position. So that carries with you the rest of your life.
Just like Piazza, man.
yeah, just like
Yeah.
I mean, Piazza's got a nice dumper too. Can
Yeah,
you find
he
a
had a
picture of
juicy butt.
He
Piazza's butt?
does. He does. When we were with him that night, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, well, he does have a great ass.
Yeah.
He's also a
so
big
good for
Trump
him.
guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he's-
Yeah,
Oh,
he,
yeah.
he was like, "Hey, you gonna vote for Biden?" When we were walking out, he
And
goes,
just
"Fuck
starts,
no."
He just starts dying laughing. And I was like, I know what you're doing, you fucking dirtbag. Of course I do.
Does he know that you know that he was getting pegged?
No.
Ah.
So we tried
Well,
to.
a lot of people know.
We were down there. We were going to get him on the show, right?
Yeah.
We were in Miami. Hard AF Seltzer was the sponsor of the Miami Marlins this year. So we met with him afterwards, and we were going to try to get him on the show. Yeah. But then the audience, everybody would have asked, like, hey, we've got to know this answer here. Yeah.
Right.
If you were getting pegged. There's no way he owns up to that, right?
No, I don't think so.
Would you?
I wouldn't.
I would.
I wouldn't
I'm a
ask
comedian,
him.
though. I don't have to maintain an
image.
Yeah. I mean, he's a baseball star. You know?
He sure is.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
There was that one offensive lineman for the Ravens who came, but that was after his career came out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was after.
So I don't know, I don't
yeah.
think anybody that was current.
Roberto Alomar had rumors about him.
Well, that's only because he got AIDS.
Does he have AIDS?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he
Holy
got sued
shit.
by a woman like 10 years ago for giving her AIDS.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Look that up, Bob. I'm pretty sure Roberto Alomar has AIDS, which makes him spitting on that umpire even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It should be a felony.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
Well, not in California anymore.
You could do that.
Yeah,
Now
you're allowed
now
in
it's a
California.
misdemeanor.
Yeah.
To give somebody AIDS.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's actually even more interesting than this.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, boy.
An ex-girlfriend said Alomar lied to her about his HIV status so they could have unprotected sex. Alomar, who denies having HIV or AIDS, settled the lawsuit.
What's the dollar amount? Do we have that? Then I can make a real decision on this.
Yeah.
Do we know it?
I'm
Or was it
looking right now.
undisclosed?
I think it was in the
undisclosed?
Dominican, or Puerto Rico, rather, so you're not going to hear about that.
God damn it, man. What a weird team. Because he was the Indians, right? During that time?
He was on a couple of
Blue
teams.
Jays,
He spit
Baltimore.
he was with the Blue Jays when he spit, I think, right? Or was that Baltimore?
Well, because I'm going
I think it
back
was
to that
Baltimore.
Indians team now. If he was on the same team with Omar Vizquel, so Vizquel was the one that was washing up the retards in the shower, the retarded kids in the shower.
No, he had them watch him.
Yeah, they were
that's
soaping him
right.
up. But hey,
Fuck.
dude, I'm rich.
Yeah.
You expect me to soap up my own body? I don't think so. Bring in some retards. Let's go.
Did you hear that one?
No, but I mean, he's an employer of
underage.
the special needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, he's getting
It's like
tax
Walmart,
breaks for that
yeah.
shit.
Underage.
Yeah.
Underage, retarded children were
Yeah.
washing
What was the
them
age
up
of
there.
consent, though, in Toronto at the time? Or
I think it
whatever?
was Cleveland.
Cleveland.
How old was the kid, Bob?
15, I think.
Oh,
Let me
was
ask
he
you,
really?
You guys think that when you get a certain amount of money, like obscene amount of money, you just get weird because you're just so rich that you have an idea and you're like,
You're
let
done
me
with
try
life.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just kind of not
Yeah.
in the world anymore.
There's something to it. I mean, like the Romans and Greeks back in the day were like that for sure.
Went crazy.
Yeah.
The Ottomans, the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like I think it's not healthy to have everything.
I don't
Yeah.
know if Omar Vizquel money qualifies, but
Well,
He made
a
plenty
lot
of money.
He made
the guy
plenty
was
of money.
25.
Oh, it was 25? That
Oh,
doesn't...
shit. All right. So
It was
it was
like-
an overage
Yeah.
retard. Okay. All right. I take that back then. You know, if he was
I
getting
got-
soaped up by another dude.
Got no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, we're putting the Victoria's Secret Down syndrome people on covers and shit. Like, yeah, dude.
You ever seen that girl?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
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 I mean, she's got fake tits.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So what's the 25-year-old soaping you up in the shower?
No, that was in Colombia, I believe. Maybe Brazil. I think it was in Colombia, though. Who signs the medical release for that? Like
her or the
Dr.
I-
Oz.
I sincerely don't know this. Can a person with Down syndrome, like, do they need like a fucking executor or something like that? Or how does that work?
I don't know how that works.
Because when you...
I have a special needs brother. He doesn't have Down syndrome. It depends.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the level.
Because when you do like a will, it's like of sound mind and body, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, right? You have to demonstrate that you were capable of actually...
That would be funny though if they just give a retarded guy like family inheritance and he just balls out for the rest of his life.
Could you imagine?
He's got like all the strings he wants, all the fucking board games.
Well, they kind of did that with fucking Hunter Biden, right?
Yeah, I sure did, dude.
But he's living a great life. Like, he's had some trouble here and there, but to be honest, he had some good runs too.
Sure did.
Dude,
Is there anybody you want to party with more
He
in
lives,
America
man.
today?
He lives.
Charlie Sheen, 90s.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden now.
I mean, think about it. He impregnated a stripper. He's got gun charges. I mean, he's like an Atlanta drill rapper.
Oh, but
He's
back
T.I.,
it up.
yeah.
He needs to put out an album.
Yeah.
He married his dead brother's ex-wife,
Yeah.
cheated on her
With a
the stripper,
Yeah.
had the kid.
He's a wild boy.
Yes.
Hunter Biden is a wild boy.
Yeah, he's
how much
James,
fun would that be to
he's
party with
James
that
Dean,
guy?
man. He's James Dean in the digital age. That's all it is.
Yeah.
James Dean did all that weird shit too. There was just no fucking cell phone footage of it.
He would
Show
be
this
great
man
to
some
party
respect.
with. God damn, he would be. I mean, that's what he is. He's just a party guy.
It's number one on my list.
Yeah.
You give me 72 hours in Vegas with one person
Hunter
today.
Biden.
Oh,
Hunter
yeah,
Biden.
100%.
100% with a, like, there's
Plus,
no...
you're getting Secret Service detail.
Yeah.
Right? So, no, you can't get arrested.
You know?
You can't do any, you
Yeah.
can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm down
fucking
for that.
piss on people, dude. And they're like, oh, keep going, dude.
The other option currently, I guess, would be that dumb Bush brother, George.
Well, Billy? Do you go Billy on that? Do you go Billy Bush?
No, he's from Inside Edition.
Yeah.
No,
But he used to
not-
fucking party back in
Yeah,
the
but
day.
he's not related to George W. Bush, asshole.
He's not?
You're talking about Marvin?
What?
I think
Marvin?
Marvin Bush.
Yeah.
Marvin?
There's a bunch
Marvin
of-
Bush? I don't even know what that is.
So
Is that a black brother?
George W. Bush has 3 brothers: Neil Bush, Marvin Bush, and Jeb Bush.
One of them had something to do with the insurance company at 9/11, right? I remember that was a big conspiracy.
Yeah.
That might have been Marvin.
Was it Marvin?
One of them's kind of a shitbag, I know. I don't remember which one, though. I'll look up the insurance stuff.
And then Bill Clinton's brother was a fucking turd too, right?
Well, no, he was an amazing saxophonist and a musician, I believe.
I don't think so.
Was that Bill
I
himself?
think he was a piece of shit.
I'm not sure.
But nobody's funnier than is it Obama's uncle or some shit?
Oh, his brother. His
best.
half brother.
Oh, is it his half-brother?
His half brother. Yeah,
Like,
he's out to get him. I love that guy.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
All he does, like no shit, is just call Obama a faggot on Twitter
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah.
And
all
they pull him
day
out.
It's
They pull him out of the
ridiculous, dude.
TP just once a year.
Yeah.
He just walks
One
outside. Hey,
crazy
Obama's
interview.
a faggot.
Yeah,
walks
and then
back into his
boom,
TV.
he's
You're
gone
like, oh,
forever,
shit,
and you're
dude.
like, all right. I mean, I guess we're doing that today. You know, if that's what we're doing today.
Seriously, that is.
I would love to see the Bush brothers and the Baldwin brothers do like a family feud or something.
shit.
'Cause they all got like different types of brothers. that got,
Steven.
like, yeah,
But give them drugs,
Yeah.
and then have them do.
Wait,
family
which
feud.
Baldwin is super Christian now? Is it Stephen?
That's
Baldwin?
Steven.
Yeah.
Steven, yeah.
And that's Bieber's wife's father.
Yeah.
So you can imagine when they go home for Thanksgiving and
Really?
they come
Oh,
from
yeah.
LA, he's like, he probably just goes like, hey, are you trans yet? He probably.
Haley Baldwin is the daughter, super hot,
Steven's
married
daughter?
to Bieber. Yes.
So
Father Steven.
Yes.
Neil Bush's divorce became a little bit of a public, like it got a little bit of news because the deposition, in the deposition, he admitted to banging hookers in Thailand and Hong Kong.
I mean, who's been to either one of those places and not banged hookers?
I think that's.
though?
I think
There's
it's
no other
mandatory.
tourist attractions.
Yeah,
No.
it's like, oh, you ordered a fucking hot dog at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah,
Goddamn
sure
right I did.
Yeah.
I didn't even
It's a
like
Dodger
it.
dog.
I didn't even like it. I just
When in Rome.
When in Rome.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna get off the plane in Thailand and be like, "Show me those giraffes." I wanna go
Oh, I
save
came
some
for the
giraffes today.
monkeys. No, you came for the chicks with dicks.
You sure did.
Yeah.
God damn
Paint
it,
them
man.
up. Get them in my fucking shack, dude. Massage optional. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's fucking madness. I'm not throwing him under the bus for that, all right? Now, if you want to blame Homeboy for the fake weapons of mass destruction, fine. But the brother fucking whores in Thailand? No, he's
look.
good in my book.
I mean, the Baldwin's got a murderer, and he murdered someone.
I
We
know.
got George Bush. He's murdered people.
So jealous.
And then you got
I guess George, war criminal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Laura Bush
Yeah.
killed somebody in a car wreck.
she killed
one time.
someone in a
did.
car wreck.
I know.
Yeah, she killed her like fiance in
Oh,
high
shit.
school. Yeah,
I want to murder, by the way.
Huh?
Anybody who brings this up on the show, I want to murder. So that's why
I want to know what it feels like.
I'm jealous
Yeah.
of him because
Yeah.
I'll never know. And now with the laws that protect criminals and shit in every goddamn state,
Yeah.
you can't just murder like you used to.
Oh no, there was so I had a pest control guy show up at the house this morning, and on my way into the living room to answer the door, racked around, put it in because I didn't know who it was. I just heard the bell, right? So I'm like, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this is gonna be really funny when Joel hears a gunshot. And he just walks out into the foyer, and we're like, "Oh, there's a dead guy out there. Stay inside."
Yeah.
It was. I don't know why. It just made me laugh this
but
morning.
killing people probably doesn't feel great. Does it feel great? Or
No.
no.
Everybody we've talked to, say it, Dan.
What,
Just say it, dude. Just say it.
What am I supposed to say here?
It's the best. It's the best. Okay, I'll tell you from Matt's perspective. How
Yeah.
about that? So
Yeah,
I wrote Matt's book. And the original title of the book, swear to God, was called "Killing Bad Guys is Fun."
Right.
And he just talked about how much he loved it over and over and over again. It was just like, the problem is too, it's so fun.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's like playing in the NBA. This is what he said. It's like playing in the NBA and you're Michael Jordan, and then all of a sudden you have to retire.
Right.
And what do you do after that? Because there's that excitement you can never replace.
Right.
And we talked about that when we were doing the book together, and I was like, fuck, you're right, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. And
Well,
probably never
have
reach
you
it
ever
again.
gone to a clinic and gotten an AIDS test?
No.
Then it comes back negative. And you're
Oh,
like,
that's like a drug, dude. You click your heels.
Like I'm going out to fuck tonight. You know what I mean?
It's a good feeling. Yeah.
It is.
There's nothing on earth like somebody trying to kill you and you killing them back.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
you would kill
there's-
bad guys. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. They were bad to me because they were shooting at me. and
Right,
shit, you know?
right.
Whoever was standing there, it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, but the AIDS analogy is good too, because I got to a point where I asked my doctor in LA, I was like, hey, dude, what are we dealing with down here?
Yeah.
And he goes, you shoot up? And I go, no. And he goes, you take cock in the ass, you fuck dudes? And I go, no, I'm all good on that. And he goes, you're good. You can fuck without a condom, dude. He's like, white guys like you aren't getting AIDS.
Yeah.
And he
Statistically, yeah.
Yeah. And he dropped it for me, and I was like, oh, shit, really? And he goes, yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, by the time, let's say you do, he goes, you should be rich enough to beat it anyways. And
Yeah.
and he was right about that as well.
Yeah, you could beat it now.
Fuck yeah, Magic beat it. Magic is on Ozempic. He actually
looks
gained weight.
great. Yeah, I
Fuck
mean, he
yeah.
looks great.
He does.
Yeah.
Pull up a picture of Magic Johnson currently.
Yeah.
It's mind altering.
Yeah, it's almost like you want to get HIV to look as great as he does.
Well, you
No.
get the HGH, right?
Yep.
Which is expensive. I mean, Liver King was spending $12,000 a month on all this
It
shit.
sure was.
Now your insurance is paying for it because you got AIDS.
Yeah. Pull up that one in the suit there, Bob.
He's
You
clean
kinda-
now, though.
Who, Liver King?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No. Look
Fuck
at
no, he's not
Magic.
clean.
Look at that. Put that on screen. Look at
Who's
Magic.
is that Larry Nasser next to him? Who is
Yeah,
that?
it looks like Larry Nasser.
I'm not sure who that is, but
I'm
look
feeling
at how
a little.
great.
Larry Nasser got killed, right?
And he went to Michigan State too.
They tried to kill him.
They
Oh,
tried to
yeah,
kill
they tried
him.
to
Yeah.
kill him. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish they would have, but they
Well,
didn't.
That's another fucking. When it comes to prison reform, this is something I think we need to do. Once a month, the inmates get one pedophile to rip apart. You just
Like
toss
a
them in there.
purge.
But
Yeah.
but if you fucking act up during the month, then you lose. Hey, we're not going to get our pedophile this month. You guys better
That
stop
is-
fucking around.
Keeps
I
everybody
mean,
accountable.
Write your congressman about
Dude,
that.
I know.
That is a
I
law
know.
that could really keep people calm in prison.
Call him in prison if it's like, hey, dude, you're not getting NFL Sundays, college football Saturdays anymore, and you're not getting that pedophile.
Yeah.
killer. So keep your shit together, or else we're not going to have this. And then everybody's accountable. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Kind of like when the coach makes everybody do 25 push-ups
Yeah, because of
somebody
you.
was late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's corporal punishment is what that's called.
Yeah. We should bring that back. But by the way, so pop this up with Magic Johnson. Look at how much weight he's gained on AIDS. Right
Yeah,
there.
He's
Look at
fat
that.
now. Yeah.
Who's gained weight on AIDS like that?
Yeah.
Rich people, dude.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And
It's
they had the
amazing.
cure for him because he got it way back.
Oh, yeah.
So you know they had the cure for a long time.
Or was he a plant? Was he the guy that was going to be like, hey, dude, we'll pay you X amount of dollars? Because he's worth billions now.
You think he's like you think he's
government-
like the spokesperson for AIDS?
You think the government sat him down and said, look, you're the most likable athlete in the world right now.
Yeah.
We need you to have AIDS. You're towards the end of your career.
I like it. Yes.
You're towards the end of your career.
I don't know, but they kept Fauci in government that whole time, and he's the one that spread all the fucking bullshit
Yeah, he
lies
was.
about AIDS
He
back
was,
in
yeah.
the day.
Yeah. But I think he might have been in on it.
He might have been. He's like the Verizon guy for AIDS.
Sure.
Can you hear me now?
He signed a huge contract with AIDS.
But they killed
With the
off
government.
They killed off the other ones. If you look
Yeah.
back at it, right? Eazy-E, too much of a liability.
God.
That guy would have popped off and shot
He
somebody.
was running around with Uzis and shit in fucking West
Yep.
Hollywood.
They
or,
let him die.
yeah.
They were like, hey, we're let him die. Freddie Mercury was too gay for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Where they were like, this is too
Right.
gay.
Well, the gayness was too graphic because
Yes.
Liberace wasn't too gay. Although he did
No.
get murdered at his mailbox, but Liberace wasn't too gay. Elton John hasn't been too gay. They're both flamboyant. It wasn't the flamboyance. It was just if it had that liberal turn had happened in the '90s and Freddie was still around and people started talking about gay shit, he would have been like fisting buttholes and whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah.
and they couldn't have that.
Yeah.
they
on
couldn't
cell
have that.
phone footage.
Yeah.
Deo.
Yeah.
Pedero. Pedero. I mean, whatever the whole thing was, it's Live Aid, you know?
Yeah.
He's just saying that to,
Yeah.
to gay guys' assholes on cell phone footage.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, he would. Yeah, I agree with you. That it's probably there's a good motive here.
They
for
needed
letting
an
Magic
AIDS
live.
spokesman.
He was charismatic. Everyone loved Magic.
Yes.
He was masculine, and he was a basketball star. He
You,
couldn't
you
be the
remember
one.
where you were when the speech happened?
I do remember. Yeah.
I was a kid coming back from school. My mom greeted me at the end of the driveway when I got off the bus.
She fell
It's
to
like,
her
you're not
knees
gonna
and
believe
started
this.
crying.
Yes.
He's got AIDS.
He's got AIDS. And I was like, what is it? I'm 9 years old.
Yeah, because
She's
he
like-
thought she was talking about his dad.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
oh
was like,
no.
fuck. Fuck, my dad has AIDS. God damn, he's going to die. No, it's Magic Johnson. The beloved basketball player? Shit, now I'm really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think that was a good choice on those guys' part. you know?
Perfect. I can't think of actually in retrospect who would have been better as a spokesperson for AIDS.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because there
Living
were,
with AIDS.
There were more famous athletes, probably.
Arthur Ashe died.
Yeah, but that was
They
fringe.
let him go.
That was
But tennis is too gay.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah.
That was too fringe where they were like, hey, dude, we didn't want black people at Wimbledon anyways.
Yeah.
Like, let him die. Let him die. Let's just go back to the old white people's shit. Like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
So I think that one was a gift of like, all right, get him out of here.
Well,
and then
Greg
they all got
Louganis
together
is
on
still,
Magic.
Greg Louganis is still alive. He's a year younger than Magic.
But they're both Olympic champions.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think that's highly undervalued. Like, same thing. Beloved.
So you need
He's beloved.
You need one straight and one gay because Louganis is pretty well liked as well.
Correct. And pull up Louganis, Bob.
And he's
looks
also-
so good right now.
yeah.
I'd fuck him right now.
He's also a
Without
victim of
condom.
domestic violence, right?
Is he really?
I think didn't his boyfriend like beat the shit out of him a bunch, or his ex-husband or some shit?
Just
wail on him?
Not sure. Pop him up. Yeah, there he is right there. Look at that.
He looks great.
That's Louganis
him
right now.
That's
yes,
HGH, dude. I'm telling you.
Look at that. Tell me you're not fucking that guy, even though he's got AIDS.
I'm gonna test to give it a test drive.
Give it a test. You mean like the blood or his butt?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
look, if I
probably
can
in
look
that
that
order,
good with
right?
HIV, yeah. I mean, if I can look that good with HIV, I'm bug chasing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's a good
Isn't
point,
it weird?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, at that point, and you're that shredded and jacked, and they give you all the things, it's cool.
Yeah.
And he's isn't he? Oh no, he's Samoan and Swedish. I thought he was Greek. Oh no, his adopted
No, he's
dad.
Greek. Greg Louganis is
Well,
Greek.
his dad was, but he was adopted.
Oh, he was?
Oh,
So
he
you
was-
guys
he's
stole him.
not.
You guys
Yeah.
blindsided Greg Louganis.
Yeah, he's
Damn.
not even a real Greek. I don't like him anymore.
Was there other kids in that adoption house? Do you know that?
Oh boy.
Can we go there, please?
You mean if he gave AIDS to a bunch of people?
No, not that. But let's say you adopt a kid and you've already got kids, right? You've got kids,
Yes.
right? Let's say you adopt a kid. Your kid is totally fucking normal, but the one you adopted is a goddamn world Olympic champion who's won gold medals and everything else. Your real blood child will hate you guys forever
That is-
because you will love the adopted
No,
kid
it was two
forever.
teens. It was like two fucking 16-year-olds had him and gave him up when he was 8 months old.
Right, but the family that he went to, did they have previous kids?
Yeah.
Francis and Greg Louganis. I don't know.
Oh, because if they did, imagine that, dude.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
If they dropped off a fucking Kevin Garnett at your house, dude, like the same age, you guys went to high school together, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Kevin, we love you. You, God damn,
It's
you were
a
such
reminder
a
every
disappointment.
day of your shitty genes. Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about that Blindside story now that we've got all the details?
Which Blindside story?
The fucking Blindside.
Sandra Bullock, that movie? Remember
Michael
that?
Orr. Do you remember?
I don't know the details. What happened?
Oh, boy.
Oh shit, dude.
This is going to be a nice treat
Yeah.
for you.
Sure
What's
is,
going on?
dude.
So-
Conservatorship.
They never actually adopted him.
They signed him
was
to
a-
a conservatorship.
Yeah, and then they had him sign over his rights to his life, and they made the movie and made all the money, and he
Never got paid.
didn't get any money.
And the conservatorship just ended like a month ago.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's an adult man who's
So-
played in the NFL for
So
12 years.
the mom and dad, I think, each got $3.5 million, and both of their natural children also got $3.5 million. He didn't get anything, or something like that. It was some crazy amount of money.
Horrible, but also like, what a crime.
Yeah, dude.
What a well thought out crime.
Isn't it
Yeah.
awesome? You got to think about it at some point.
It
Yeah.
just seems like slavery with more steps, to be honest. But
Yeah,
hey, you pulled it off.
but they did it. I mean,
You got to have some respect for the game. I
To
guess.
pull off slavery in America now, you almost have to be a mastermind like that.
it's
That is-
amazing,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, when you really sit back and think
Yeah.
about it, like just adopting a blind slide, what a great move. Fuck
They
me.
sat around, they brainstormed how they could do slavery.
You know what we should
and they
do?
figured it out.
Texas is a good state for it, dude.
It is, yeah.
If your kids are all fucked up and like your career's going downhill,
Yeah.
you kind of just go shopping down at the orphanage and
Yeah.
you're like, all right, we can get them in this Texas football program.
Now, do you think
Let's
they
go.
you think they get suspicious when you show up at the orphanage with a fucking stopwatch? Can I get all you guys to line up out here?
Wait a second, this kid said nothing the whole time? He didn't know?
I
or-
don't know what
He
the
didn't
fuck,
understand
dude.
It's a weird story,
Yeah.
man. We still don't have all the details yet, but because the parents said no, he knew what he was doing or whatever. We didn't make that much money off the movie, which is awesome. But it's still so bizarre that you're like, holy fucking shit, dude. You're a grown man and you never got out of a conservatorship at 38 years old.
They all got cash advances, and then like the 4 real family members, I guess if you want to call them that, and then they also got like 1.5% of the back end of that movie or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. Something crazy.
Yeah, it was.
They were
wild.
also very savvy with contracts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Hey,
Yeah.
I don't know what their last name was.
Yeah.
Was it?
Nobody said anything. Nobody who on the other side of the contract was like, "Hey, this is weird. Isn't it his money?" And they were like, "Ah, this is the family."
It was an
arrangement."
ongoing joke for years, and he said he was tired of hearing about it. And then all of a sudden, boom, he had a book come out, and then he announces this and everything else. Now, their side, the family's saying, once it really comes out what has happened, this guy just squandered all of his money and is trying to get paid now. But
Okay,
I don't know the answer.
Right.
But it gave me a great thought though to go and adopt a kid. If shit starts to get bleak, for me and my wife, let's pop on down to that orphanage and start doing shuttle runs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's figure it out. Let's get a jugs machine down there and just start rifling footballs. And then just see what happens, and then I take the best one home. And
Or
try
if
to
it's like a
figure out
little
the line.
Asian kid, have them open presents and see how good they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just
exactly.
put that on YouTube.
Yeah. Get the cutest Asian kid you
Oh, yeah,
can and
dude.
just start them unwrapping gifts, dude, on YouTube on a
throw it
channel.
YouTube, and then give them back if it doesn't catch any traction.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like you take down an old video, you just give them back.
I just call the cops on him like, hey, this kid's illegal.
yeah,
Get him out of here.
He's not supposed to be here. He keeps talking about China all day long.
Yeah.
I can't fucking hear it anymore. He's got everything tapped in the house.
Yeah.
That's a solid strategy, by the way, if you want to date illegal immigrants and when they get too annoying, just,
Yep.
Yeah.
hey, I need to.
Because that's better than a backhand.
Oh, yeah.
You pick up
Yeah.
that phone and start,
like-
you threaten to call ICE.
Yeah. That's a great way to get a girl out of your bed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Especially a Latinx woman,
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you call them
Latinx.
Latinx?
No, I don't even.
Yeah.
Latinx.
Latinx.
Oh, you sounded it out.
Yeah, we
Is that
call
the-
we go Latinx on this show.
Latinx.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah.
We sure are.
Yeah, I don't even think Latin people call
No,
themselves
they've
Latinx.
sure don't.
never
no.
said that before
Yeah.
ever. Yeah.
It was an attempt. It was an attempt that didn't work. It was like when Alicia Keys decided to go without makeup, and she thought like all the women were going to rally behind her. And
Yep.
they were like, we don't fucking look like you.
No, we sure
We're
don't.
wearing makeup. We're out here tricking these guys.
And
So-
who is it? Victoria's Secret is going back to whores again. They're not doing fat ones and retards.
Yeah, they're
anymore?
done with fat. Well, maybe retards because that girl was pretty hot.
Oh, maybe,
But,
but
not
the chunky
tubs
ones,
of
right?
shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that they try it. Like, what are you doing? What? Yeah, the Victoria's Secret is you're making it the opposite of what it is.
And none of that, but it's only to jack off to for all of that shit,
That's-
right? The rest of it was just kind of there. I mean, the clothes are nice.
Well, maybe they're trying it because it's like a last ditch attempt to get any attention. Because does anyone care about Victoria's Secret anymore?
No, I
now
can
that
get
porn is everywhere.
Yeah, it's you got to do something else. Because
Yeah.
remember, Playboy tried to go non-nude for a while.
Yeah,
They
remember
did,
that?
yeah, and it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Apologize for that microphone there. We got to get that thing
Squeeze that tape
squeezed
around.
up,
What's
dude.
going on? It's not-
And that's it looks like it's leaning into, it's chasing you over
Oh,
there. and
that
I
keeps coming at me.
apologize
Yeah.
for
Oh,
that.
it does keep coming at me.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
apologize for that. Where are you at down here, by the way, in Austin?
Well, I just finished the comedy mothership. So I did 6 shows there. It was great. And then I'm doing Kill Tony tonight, and then I'm out here tomorrow.
No shit.
Yeah.
What's the real shit with the mothership and everything else? Because we've had comedians come in and say, this is the greatest place of all time. But I heard it's very, very difficult to get on stage there.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know what the process is to get in there, but I'm sure Joe's pretty tight with it. Adam runs it. Yeah, I don't know, but
But it looks beautiful.
Oh,
Tickets
it's
sell out
great.
in like 4 seconds here.
yeah, it's like, the shows sell out. The club is well designed. It's the best comedy club. It is the best. It's just the best.
And when you do Kill Tony, do you ever feel guilty? Where you're like, holy shit. dude.
Sometimes
I feel like you can.
Sometimes a little bit, yeah.
I feel like you can say rough shit there like you can here. You can
Yes.
get away with pretty much
You
anything.
can
on
say
Kill Tony.
anything, but occasionally you do feel this is people's dreams. But also, it's like you signed up, you're going out there, you know what the show is, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you signed up for it. So if you suck, and you're gonna get ripped, and but a lot of people have false dreams.
They do.
Yeah,
And
I
they
kinda
need it
like
to be
in that
shot
way.
down.
Yeah, I like it in that way that it's kind of like a purge of like, it probably discourages a lot of people from trying to do it because everyone wants to do it now.
It's sold out for months and months in advance.
Yeah.
There was my car got stolen here from Austin. Talked about it on air. One of our listeners tracked the car down in 44 minutes because the police wouldn't do anything about it. Because through the apps, I could tell him what street it was on. I was like, "Go get the fucking car!" Right?
Yeah,
It's super easy. He tracked it down, and I go, "I'll get you anything, whatever you want. What's your dream here?" And he goes, "Oh man, I want to go to Kill Tony." I was like, "All right, cool, no problem." I looked at the fucking thing. That's sold out for 4 to 5 months down the road.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it on a premise where you have a podcast that is just shattering people's dreams on a week-to-week basis.
that's what it is.
Isn't that wild when you actually break it down? You're like, what's your podcast about? Oh my God, I ruin everybody's hopes and dreams weekly, and I get paid for it.
Oh God, the last time I was on, there was this kid that went on there and he bombed. He had been doing comedy a long time. He said he bombed, and then we gave him another chance and he bombed, and then we gave him another chance and he bombed, and it was just, and you could tell he was getting red in the face and he was just getting ripped apart, and there was a little part of me going like, I feel bad for this kid. But then there's also that part of you going like, this isn't for you, man.
Yeah.
It's just not for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is you see that with a lot of wannabe comedians, is like there's a level of sociopathy where they just keep going. Or I'm like, they have no self-awareness.
It's
at all.
crazy,
It's
right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's such an easy thing to see when someone has it or they don't. So it's crazy to see some of these kids just not acknowledge the fact that they don't have it.
The other part that's weird to me is friends who are like 38 years old who are like, oh, hey, I'm going to give this a shot now, and I want to do stand-up. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little too late in life to be doing that
Yeah.
shit. Because how long you been doing it at this
Dude,
point?
20-something years.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Yeah, yes. It takes forever. So
But
you're starting
now-
at 38, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's like you throw up one clip, you never know. You get lucky, you throw up some stupid crowd work clip, and it goes viral. And then the next thing you know, you're in theaters asking people what they do for a living. I mean, all show. I mean, that's the downside of the internet.
Matt Rife made 23 mil this year.
Yeah.
Sure did. He's fine. He's doing fine.
He's not.
isn't he?
His jokes are not good, but he personally is very funny.
Yeah.
Right. His crowd work's good, but his jokes are not funny. But that's the world we live
That's
in
the
now.
world
Right?
we
And it doesn't matter. Like,
No, it
I mean, he
doesn't
can
matter.
literally look at everybody in the club and go, cool, I can buy you.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you like me or not.
Dude,
But
23 million a year.
Yeah, but
he's
also-
26.
Is it really?
He's 26 years
Yeah.
old.
God damn,
Yeah.
dude.
But it's
26
like
with that much money.
That's a skill too. You know, doing.
Oh, for
it's just
sure.
not traditional. Like there are some dudes that are really good at crowd work. You were really good at it. Fucking Steve Byrne is really good at it. There's
Yeah.
a couple of people out of the list of like the top level of comedians that are really good at it. Some people are okay, but the skill of being able to go out there and do, 5, 15, 45, 60-minute set, that's something different. That's why when
Totally.
people, like we do comedy here, but I am not a comedian. You know what I mean? To me, that's an entirely different fucking skill set.
Yeah.
That takes years to fucking even get, not even perfect, but get good at in the first place.
Yeah, to do like an hour, a coherent hour, and keep it entertaining for an hour, it takes a while.
It does.
Yeah.
And even here, like, because, we're not going to say other huge podcasts who are now stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
But even here, like, shit, I've been offered a gajillion times, just come and do these live shows and everything else. You get a huge podcast and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, nope. That would take too much time for me to get good at it again. And it's been fucking, that was 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not, these guys are the real ones right now. I'm not stepping back in that arena after
Yeah.
this long. And I got kids.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out every goddamn night of the week doing this shit.
That's for me a challenge now, is having kids. It's like, I want to be home. So there is a new feeling every time I leave. I'm like, it doesn't feel like it used to. I used to love it. It was all positive, and now there is a negative,
Yeah.
I'm away from my kids for 6 days. I miss 6 days of their growing at this age. So, yeah.
And then you're looking at FaceTime videos
Yes.
and all that other shit. Because we travel for the show on the weekends, so we're only gone 2 to 3 days tops.
I can do 2-3 days.
Same.
Yeah, I
But
can-
but a week, 2 weeks at a time,
It's
that's
tough.
when shit really starts to wear on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you are one of the best doing it, and it's hard to
thank
say no to that. I mean, I look at you and like Segura and those guys. I watched his doc the other night. I think he said he was on the road over 320 days or something
He had a
last year.
crazy year last
What
year.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
He was,
Was that just money, or does he love it that much?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him, but the money doesn't hurt.
But do you look at it at a certain point and be like, all right, man, it's like an NFL running back where you're like, I'll just sacrifice myself for 3 years.
I think there's a little bit of that. Yeah.
And then just running
For
into the
sure.
ground and whatever happens, happens.
For sure.
Yeah, but then you get addicted to it like the fucking Rock, man. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like he just can't stop at this point.
Yeah.
And it's like, how much money can you fucking
what
spend,
is
bro?
that?
I know.
That scares me a little
Same
bit.
here.
Too.
Yeah, I
It's
don't know.
like, that's scary because at some point I'm getting out.
There's a
At
number-
some point
there's a
I'm
number,
getting out.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be done. I'm not gonna keep going.
We
Yeah.
had this conversation on the show with this seltzer because we're in the Series A and it's starting to get huge and all this other stuff. And there was one investor I had a dinner with, and I'll never forget it. He goes, He goes, what's your number in this life to walk away and be happy for the rest of your life? And I told him, and he goes, great. And he goes, whatever that number is, don't ever go over it. And I was like, why? Why not? And he goes, if you go over that number and you're just chasing it the rest of your life, and he goes, it's not gonna make you happier. It's not gonna get any better. Nothing. He goes, just stick to the number and walk the fuck away and be happy with it. Because he goes, when you're chasing something else beyond that, like a Magic Johnson, for example, he's in that $1 billion club now where he owns fucking MLB teams and the Washington Redskins and all that shit. It's like, dude, you got enough now. Like, just relax, Magic. You know.
Yeah, why can't people? It's amazing. It's like, why are some people just can't walk away?
Well, because we are defined by our purpose as human beings. What does my purpose become when I'm done?
Right.
When you say you're going to be done, you're a father, so you're going to be raising your kids and finding other shit to do, probably, right?
Yeah.
But what's Magic Johnson going to do with grown children?
Right.
Like, what's your purpose at that point? People just get addicted to that shit, so keep chasing it. It's paralyzing, I think, to be honest.
It's not healthy, right? You think overall it's not healthy?
Definitely not healthy.
No. Because I watched The Rock shit, and Kevin Hart in particular, because I love Kevin, and he helped me out way early on in my career, and it was one of those things where I watch him now, and I'm like, bro, are you exhausted? Do you see your family? Do you, like, is any of this enjoyable?
And how many relationships are you going to fucking lose?
Yeah. Like, for all of it,
You know what I mean? Like, close friends, maybe, but marriages and shit. How many of those have been lost because some dude wanted, 80 instead of 60? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, that whole difference between, there is no difference between 60 and 80. There's
No.
no more you're going to be able to afford.
No,
60
dude.
mil. Yeah, it's like,
that's it.
yeah, that's it, man.
And watch his interviews now.
Yeah.
He's wearing sunglasses in every single interview because he's fucking exhausted.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. There's a sad, because like even when you're in like a massive mansion, you're just like, it doesn't make you feel better. It actually is a little sad when there's like rooms you don't go in. And, it's like, how much you fucking want?
The one that shut it down for me, and I don't know if you feel the same way. Remember that woman's castle we were in Kansas City?
Mm-hmm.
We were doing that gig up there for the Chiefs game. It was, I think, 15,000 square feet.
Yeah.
She walked us around the house, and it was an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes around the house, and we still hadn't even gone to the third floor.
It's crazy, yeah.
And I was like, and I finally just stopped her.
Yeah.
She was older, and she was remarried to this dude. I finally stopped her, and I go, how often do you go up here? She goes, I go in about 4 rooms of this house.
Yeah.
And I go, what the fuck are you doing with all
Dude,
of that?
I live in a 4,000 square foot house, and I don't go into 2,000 square feet of it. Right
like
now.
ever, probably,
You know what I mean?
right?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Stupid.
You just don't need that much.
No.
Like it's,
I know.
It becomes, it's a weird thing. And it's a weird thing because that is sort of what fuels the business we're in. It's like more, keep going. So
I mean, it sucks when your favorite entertainer calls it quits and fucks off, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I get
probably
it.
good for him, though.
I get it, but
Yeah.
it's like there's also a part where it's like, all right, good for you.
Yeah.
I love doing podcasts, so that'll continue no matter what.
Podcasts are great.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
It's like you don't have to travel anywhere. You have fun.
Yeah.
It's all positive.
When
And
we
then you-
sell this booze company, you'll never fucking see me again, bud.
I get it.
Unless it's on the news for doing some weird shit.
I get it, dude.
Man strangle baiting on top of the Empire State Building lives and was able to pull off a triple roper, like all the people in the crowd are like,
Because
"Oh
I
my
know what
God.
I'm doing,
I'm covered in semen down here.
Don't try this at home.
Exactly. Now's the point of the show. We get to the Drinking Bro of the Week, which is someone who has inspired you or helped you become the person you are today. Who'd you like to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to?
Drinking Bro of the Week. I would have to say, I'd give it to my buddy Marco. He's a great friend. I met him in college. He's loyal. He's always there for me. He's a family guy. He guided me. Him and my buddy Paul Verzi.
Paul's
we
been on
love
the
Paul.
show a
Yeah,
million
yeah.
times. We love Paul.
Those guys
Yeah.
guided me into like adulthood and marriage and all the functional stuff. So
That's awesome.
You
say-
will rise and fall to the level of the company you keep, my man.
100%. You're
Yeah.
only as happy as the company you keep.
Absolutely.
That's why
real-
you're hanging out at Stamos' house drinking that toddler
Yeah,
blood.
that's
straight from the
That
tap,
is
dude.
Good. Straight from the tap.
Like, dude, this is
Cracking
still
those
warm.
skulls open. I know.
Oh, it's warm. It is, yeah. And
That
that's what
kid
you
just
want.
died 4 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Drink it.
With blood, you want it warm. That's
Yeah.
how you
Oh,
can
yeah,
tell the
yeah,
quality. If it's
100%,
cold,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
this is old blood.
Yeah,
Dude.
what do
It's
you think I'm
fridge.
fucking
Isn't his
poor?
house filled with Disney shit? That's kind of
It is. He's a Disney guy.
Yeah.
Is it him or the wife that's the Disney?
No, it's
adult
him.
Disney.
He's
a
His,
fucking
so
Disney.
He's
Bob's
adult Disney.
wife is an adult Disney fan too.
Yeah, he's got some.
He's got the real
But
shit
he's got
in
a
his
bunch
house.
of like memorabilia.
That's
like
cool.
it's not just Disney. He's got Frank Sinatra's like address book. He's got a bunch
shit.
of. He's like one of those guys who likes to collect
shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bunch of Nazi stuff, probably.
Yeah. He showed me that room. That was wild.
Yeah.
He's got the original
Nazi room.
Anne Frank diary.
Yeah. He's got Anne Frank's body. He's got it.
Does he keep it up in a little loft in the corner of the room? You can see her peeking out.
No, it's amazing how normal he is. At first, I was skeptical of it because he was like one of the, I've never been friends with such a big star, and he's just a normal dude. He's so normal. He's a great dude. There's nothing.
And nobody's better
I was
looking
looking
that
for
guy.
the room. There is no room.
There's
I've been
no
to his
room?
house. There's no fucking room.
There's no attic for Anne
No,
Frank?
and I checked. I was like, I'm going to the bathroom, and then I just went on like a secret mission to try to find the adrenochrome.
Nothing.
Looking in his fucking in the cabinet. There's
Yeah.
like a copy of the Constitution and the Bible there. You're like, what the fuck, dude? God damn it.
Oh, fuck, dude.
He still plays with the Beach Boys. Those guys are still doing it.
That's cool.
Really?
God, how are they still alive, man?
I mean, they're old.
I thought he died. I thought the lead singer died. No? Is he still alive?
I can't remember which one's which, but one of the singers is still around, and they still tour.
Because he was the drummer. I remember seeing him as a kid. They used to do this. From Atlanta, so I'm a diehard Braves fan. Every 4th of July, when the 4th of July game came, the Beach Boys would play on the field, and it was always Stamos is the drummer there.
He's been with them for like 25
It's
years
nuts.
or something. He's been playing with them.
It's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Yeah, it was just like a dream thing that happened for him.
Well, they were guests on Full House one time because he did that music video with them, the song that he wrote for his fake band on there. They were guests
that's
on that.
right. And I think he was in Kokomo and helped promote that video.
Yeah.
Way
Band was-
down in Kokomo.
Jesse and the Rippers.
Jesse and the Rippers.
yeah.
Great band. And then I think he was in the Kokomo video, dude, if I'm not mistaken. Because that was like their one final hit, Because now every old band has got to put out a new album to justify a tour, and you're like, man, I don't want to hear this fucking album anyways. Like, can we just skip it? And
My
just go to
brother
the
said
hits?
the Stones were good. Did anyone hear the new Stones?
So it just came out. I watched the video, full disclosure, because Sydney Sweeney's in it.
Yeah.
Do you know her?
No.
Real hot.
Yeah.
Real hot. Bob, pop up just for Yannis here, pop up a nude of Sydney Sweeney so he can get a gander at that.
She's got a hot name.
She's the new hot shit in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And when there's this many photos blurred out,
It's just a giant
there
titty.
you go. There you go. There you go. Give that to Giannis before he leaves.
You're pouring. That's her?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So why is she naked all the time? Is
So
a
she
star?
does this show Euphoria on HBO.
Oh, that's her. I know who she is. Yeah.
So when the Stones came out
God,
and did
those
this
are
new album,
perfect.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's a
Those
dream,
are like
right?
perfect.
It's a dream. But when they did the new album, she is the girl in the video. So that's the video they released, and that kind of at least drove people into watching the video. It's not bad.
Right.
It's just not the old shit. You know what I'm saying?
Does
like
he still sound the same?
he does.
Yeah.
But with what you're able to do with AI and everything,
Yeah.
I don't
Who
know how
knows?
much is real and how much is fake. Because let's face it, if you can just say something, they can make your voice to whatever you want to do now,
Yeah.
which is the difference of it. But it's not bad.
Right.
But it's just not nothing that, I'm going to tear down the walls to. If that was their first album,
Yeah.
they would never become the Rolling Stones.
Right, so it's not that great. Okay.
Right.
Well, he's
It's
80.
good enough.
It's crazy that he's 80 and he's still like gyrating around and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, you ever seen him in concert?
No.
Oh, it's 3 hours of him running around nonstop.
It's crazy.
Where
And
you
he had
feel like a
heart
loser.
attack. Yeah.
You feel like a loser.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, I'm fucking 50 years younger than you, and I can't do any of this shit right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's partied.
Oh, boy.
He has partied.
Sure has.
Yeah.
Him and
Keith Richards is still alive.
still there. He was just on TV. He was doing an
How
interview
can you
the other
tell your
night.
kids not to do drugs when Keith Richards is still alive?
Dennis
Still
Miller
alive.
did a joke on No Cure for Cancer in 1991 where Keith Richards had just done a PSA telling kids not to do drugs. He goes, we can't do any drugs because you already fucking did them all.
Yeah.
We've got to wait for you to die and then smoke your ashes to get high. Well, he's still not fucking dead.
Still not dead.
32 goddamn years later, he's still alive.
And how long has that meme been going around of what world are we going to leave behind for Keith Richards? I mean, he's outlived everyone.
He's still going.
Everyone, dude, and he's still there. And he gave I watched the interview the other night. It was great.
Yeah.
He was hilarious. He was affable, and I think he's 81, 82 years old. And you're
Insane.
like,
He's
all
playing
right,
with the house's money at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck. He's been
Yeah.
doing that for 30 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Then the one guy who didn't party in the band was the first one to die.
Yeah, it
Charlie
doesn't make
Watts.
sense.
No.
It's totally random. Whatever you do, it's like you can't predict health, all that stuff. It's completely random.
We're gonna go out downtown tonight and just line up some Haitian prostitutes and then raw dog it and figure it out.
And you'll live forever, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, you listen to my podcast, the Yannis Pappas Hour, please, and then you can catch me on the road. I'm going to be in San Francisco next weekend. When does this come out?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah. I'll be at Cobb's in San Francisco, New York, Providence, Phoenix, Spokane, Tulsa, Louisville, Portland, Vancouver, Atlanta, San Diego, Toronto, Kansas City, and Chicago.
Damn.
So go to YannisPappasComedy.com for tickets. See me live.
Yeah.
Cobb's, I saw one of the best shows of all time at Cobb's. It was Norm Macdonald. And he comes in and just goes, this is San Francisco, like 2012, and like all trans stuff. Yeah. Just lighting them up the whole time.
It's great.
Right into the belly of the beast. It's like, you know what? I don't give a fuck about these people.
Norm is the best.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, there is a clips channel of just Norm Macdonald on Instagram. Find it if you can.
Yeah.
It's still so shocking to this day what he was able to get away with from like 40 years ago, where you're just like, Jesus Christ. Weekend Update. Nobody's gone harder on Weekend Update in the history of SNL.
Yeah. He was the best. Norm was the best. Yeah.
Fuck, I miss that guy.
Yeah.
And they took him.
Man. It's, and like Henry Kissinger's still alive.
Still alive. Fucking Soros, still alive.
What about Frank Stallone? Is he still alive?
Yes, Frank Stallone is still alive.
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
He played at the Range 15 fucking thing at Sundance, dude. You know, he tried to fuck my wife. He didn't. I let it go down. I watched him hit on her when we were backstage, and I was like, this is just for the story. And I looked at her. She's like, "Come on, bro."
Yeah.
And I go, "It's Frank Stallone.
Yeah.
We're gonna let this go. We're gonna let this bit play out, dude.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens here."
Maybe that's what Stamos did with Danza. He was like, I want to play this out so I can put it in my book.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't mean to fuck her. Whoa. Angela. You know. Whoa. I want to know the real story of that. Next time, ask him when you're with him, dude.
I'm gonna.
It just leaked right now, so I don't know why or how.
Yeah.
But Danza in real life, I met him at grad school at NYU. I actually had dinner with him on accident. It was somebody's friend of a friend, and I sat down with him. Nicest guy ever, but like he was so fucking jacked, and I was like, I gotta ask, man. Yeah. It's like, what's the fucking story there? And he goes, boxing. And he goes, man, that muscle memory really keeps with you forever. And I was like, no shit.
Yeah.
Danza still got it, dude.
Yeah, Danza.
I believe Danza could knock most people out right now. For real.
You don't lose it.
No.
I mean, I think he sells rice balls now or something like that.
Does he really?
I saw him at the San Gennaro Feast in New York City, and he had a booth.
With rice balls?
Yeah, Italians at a certain age, they just sell sauce.
Okay.
At the end.
Yeah.
Remember Angie from The Real Housewives? Everyone's just got a sauce.
A Danza ball?
Yeah.
Is it called a Danza ball?
Balls or
What is
he
he,
had a
chef
sauce.
from fucking South Park or something? What the fuck is going on here?
Dude, why not?
Yeah, at some point, they just sell a sauce. They make a sauce, and they just jar it, and they sell it.
Angela sauce.
Yeah.
It's Angela sauce.
Angie, remember her? She would talk like that, and then she had a sauce, and she died.
Yeah, she's dead, right?
She died, yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. if you were a
Big
fan.
Ange.
The sauce lives on, though.
The sauce does live on, and that's
Sure
why.
does.
Yeah, it'll outlive you.
Leave a legacy for your children.
That's all Paul Newman's known for is his fucking salad
It's
dressing.
salad dressing, that's it.
Kids are like, oh, he was an actor? Yeah, he was the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Enjoy that Caesar.
Did you know, another fun fact about Newman's Own is that all of the profits go to charities.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was,
Like,
he was the
he didn't
greatest
make $1
human being.
on any of that.
He was
Yeah.
the greatest human being of all time, and no one will know. They're
Yeah.
just like,
but
pass
everybody
the
knows
Newmans.
Bono singing to fucking Muslims in Africa. Do they know it's Christmas after all? They don't care.
I love it.
Bono, you cunt.
I'll see him Friday night. I'm going to the Sphere Friday night.
Gross.
For my wife's
you're gonna see
anniversary.
go to the Sphere.
We got to take drugs and go to the Sphere, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta know what the hype is.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps showing up. Who was there last night? Matt Damon, Tom Hanks. Everybody was
So
there.
everybody
Ed
from the
Sheeran.
Epstein-Klein list?
Exactly. Yeah. That's how good the show is.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. Where they're like,
They're just slaughtering babies in the back?
yeah. Because if you can't fuck young kids, what is that the next best thing? Is the
only
Sphere?
thing. Yeah, the Sphere.
So who knows, dude?
Yeah, that is kid fucking, what is it called? The methadone. That's the
Yeah.
methadone for
They're
kid
trying to
fucking.
wean them off.
It sure is. Go to the Sphere, dude. Well, the streets have no name. And it's like, oh, I wish I was fucking a 14-year-old again.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we've done enough today, kids. Proud of us. I don't even know if the show will exist on YouTube anymore after everything we've said, but who cares? Go fucking watch Yannis Pappas in a city near you and download his podcast, obviously after you listen to ours for the day. and then do that. One of the best in the biz. We appreciate you being here. For D'Anthony Holloway, Yannis Pappas, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros podcast. Good night, everyone.